Is this current Nuggets team better than the 2023 championship squad? This is your Denver Sports Daily for July 22nd.
The biggest stories, the latest news. It's Denver Sports Daily.
The Denver Nuggets have been building something. They've been working and rebuilding and crafting something that feels almost brand new, especially just this offseason. And that's what we're really going to pinpoint here is this offseason. They have done something incredible and something that we have not grown accustomed to with the Denver Nuggets. We're more used to seeing players leave and be traded away and, not making any big moves in free agency. The Nuggets didn't do anything like that this offseason. They've made some big changes to this squad, bringing in Bruce Brown, trading Michael Porter Jr., and a pick away to the Brooklyn Nets for Cam Johnson, bringing in Jonas Valanciunas. And that's the specific point right there is that Jonas Valanciunas is going to officially play for the Denver Nuggets next season. Now you've got all of this falling into a perfect spot. And you've seen something brand new. You're seeing a true backup center now to Nikola Jokic, one that the Nuggets have not had since 2017 with Jusuf Nurkic. You can make an argument for Mason Plumlee, but Mason Plumlee was not on the same level as a Jusuf Nurkic or a Jonas Valanciunas. But with Jonas Valanciunas coming onto this team and having the ability to give Jokic a second on the bench, let him get his rest so that he's not having to play every single minute. That's something that the Nuggets don't have, and that's something that's going to be greatly impactful to this squad. And I've said this before, and it sounds strange to say, but with Jonas Valanciunas on this team, Nikola Jokic doesn't have to be the MVP anymore. He doesn't have to be the MVP anymore with Cam Johnson on the squad, with Bruce Brown here. I don't want to see Nikola Jokic win another MVP. I want to see this team be stacked all the way around and work on everything together, work on passing together. Everything needs to be working and flowing as a united group so that Nikola Jokic isn't having to go out there and put up a 30-point, 20 rebound, 20 assist game, or a 60-point triple-double. I don't want him to have to do that and then still lose. This should be a united effort. Everybody should be pulling their weight. And with the trades and the signings that the Nuggets have made, it's a good team all the way around. You talk about the one issue for the Denver Nuggets in past years, the depth. Nikola Jokic coming off the floor. The Nuggets didn't have anybody that could keep the points up and keep their differential open when Nikola Jokic comes off the floor. Now they have that. They have that ability. There is a real strong sense around this Nuggets team that they are going to be more solid and really well built than past Nuggets squads. And that's where I think this is a better team. And I'm not saying it's very close. This is a better team than the 2023 championship squad. I mean, you look at what already happened. You saw the Cam Johnson trade. You saw the Bruce Brown signing. The Nuggets' odds to win a championship moved from 10th in the league to 2nd. The Nuggets now have the second best odds to win the championship behind only the OKC Thunder. I'm right there. I believe it. This is a championship year for the Denver Nuggets, and there's no telling me anything other than that. There is a strong feeling, and I'm all for it. I'm hopping on that wagon. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. This is going to be another championship team, another championship year, and it's because of the great moves that the front office and the new front office GMs have made just in this offseason. It's been great. Now, moving on, Broncos training camp begins today. It is finally here. Now, technically it begins today, but really it's going to start to kick off more throughout the week. Tomorrow will be their first real practice. And then Friday, fans are going to be allowed to come in and watch. But today is the real first day of training camp. There's going to be some media opportunities. Hope to hear some of these big guys get to, take the podium and talk about what they're looking forward to this upcoming season. But football season is here. So what are we going to watch? What are we watching in training camp this year? In my mind, I've picked out 2 position groups that you should be watching because there's going to be a lot of storylines and a lot of really interesting movements and position battles that happen with these position groups. First of all, the running back room. Of course, we know that the running back room is a mess, and it's a good mess. But you're seeing RJ Harvey, you're seeing J.K. Dobbins. Those two guys, and sure, you get the Jaleel McLaughlins and the Audric Estimes, but those two first guys are going to be fun to watch because there's going to be a strong position battle. Now, if you watch the show, you know where I stand on RJ Harvey. I hope he's going to be great. I really don't see it just realistically, but RJ Harvey versus J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins, for his career, averages over 5 yards a carry. Great numbers, as good as you can be as a running back, really. Over 5 yards a carry every single time you get the ball, you're going half of the way to the first down. You got to love that. But then you look at RJ Harvey. He's a great pass catching back, as he proved in college. If he can run the pass game with Bo Nix out of the backfield, that would be a great help. But the downside of RJ Harvey is he's smaller. And not only is he smaller, but he won't be the one to rush right up the A gap, on halfback dives. He's not going to be the one getting dirty. Goal line stuff he's not going to be on that play. He has a tendency to, be a little bit nervous to run inside and instead try to take it outside. And that works in college. Doesn't necessarily work in the NFL. It doesn't. But with RJ Harvey and J.K. Dobbins, you're not going to see them be one's the dedicated running back one. He's playing 90% of the downs. That's not going to happen. You're going to see split snaps between these two. And it's going to come down to play calls. When it's a run play, most of the time, you're going to see J.K. Dobbins. But when it's a pass play, most of the time, you're likely going to see RJ Harvey. But this is really where training camp will start to clear that up. You'll get to see, what are we looking for? What is Sean Payton looking at? What is he doing with these guys? How is he training them? How is he developing them? Those two guys, no matter how you feel about them, they are an incredible pickup to this team, incredible pieces to this team. You back room looked like last year. It's not like that anymore. You got two guys who can compete for a real running back one spot in this league. Around the entirety of the league, these two guys would be running back ones on most teams. So having both of them on this squad and getting the ability to split their snaps and move them around however you want to, that's a luxury that the Broncos did not have last season. And it's great to see. Now, the other position group that's going to be very, very interesting to watch is the cornerback room. Now, of course, we know Patrick Surtain, push him to the side because, of course, the DPOI, the best defensive player in the league, we're not going to be talking about a position battle with him, and he never should. But with Jahdae Barron and Riley Moss, you might start to see something there. Now, Jahdae's more technically listed as a nickel right now. If you look on ESPN, he's technically listed as a nickelback. But, you're going to see him play positions at corner, play snaps at corner, all of this. It's all fluid. But seeing the position battle between Riley Moss and Jahdae Barron might be interesting to watch. Now, Riley Moss has been on this team, is seasoned with this team, has tenure, but Jahdae Barron is a star. The Broncos' first-round pick, and you never want your first-round pick just riding on the bench. I would expect to see Jahdae Barron put up a great fight in training camp against Riley Moss, and that is my second position that you might want to watch. If you're going to training camp, if you're watching clips from it, look at those position groups because, man, are they going to be fun to watch. Now, that'll do it for your Denver Sports Daily. Good morning, Michael. Hope you had a great vacation. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Who will be the number 2 wide receiver behind wide receiver Cortland Sutton? It should be Marvin Mims. I mean, we saw what Marvin Mims did last season. Just incredible. I am the biggest Marvin Mims fan in the entire world. I really can't stress that enough. But then you're going to see other guys. I mean, I really like Troy Franklin. But he's not going to be wide receiver 2, or it's going to be not really a question for Marvin Mims to be that wide receiver 2. He does play that slot position sometimes, but it'll be Marvin Mims most of the time. Now, that'll do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I'll be back with you guys again tomorrow. Make sure you're keeping up with the training camp stuff going on because it's going to come out fast and in waves. Today, there's going to be a lot of clips that come out. So make sure you're following Denver Sports on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all of these. We're going to be posting our clips today because there's going to be a lot that comes out from the first day of training camp. Now, thank you all for watching. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Until then, y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye, y'all.